Start recording. Yeah, okay. So now in today's session, we'll discuss about how to display like a purchase order data in OF page. Okay.
Okay.
So it can be any kind of any table data, but I'm just considering a PO data. Okay. It can be of any table. So now here, if you observe, let us say if at all, if you want to retrieve data from PO table, what we do, if it is from SQL developer, we'll just write a query like maybe a select star from PO headers all. This is what we write it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is how we'll get it. We'll get this data. Now, let us say if I want similar data in the OF page to be displayed, what we have to use it. As of now, I'll just consider row num less than 100. So 101. So that I'll get only 100 records. Okay. Now, this is a query which we have to use it for the purpose of getting the data. So in the OF, so consider there are two layers, right? One is business layer. Other one is a UI layer, user interface layer.
Yeah.
In the business layer, we have something called AM. In the UI layer, we have CO as well as we have page. Now, where we have to show the data in the UI, right? Like we have to show the data in the table. Why we have to use table? Because it will display multiple records. You're not getting a single record. We are getting 100 records. In our case, I just wantedly mention 100. So obviously, I have to get 100 records in the page. That will be in a table region. That will be in a table region. Now, how does the page know the table details? I mean, see, this table which I'm mentioning is the OAF table region. Okay, but this OAF table region should be linked to the SQL query. Okay, so what we do is, as I told you, this like any database related functionality is part of a business layer. Now, what we do is in the PL SQL, you have a concept called cursor, isn't it? In the PL SQL, you have cursor concept, right? Cursor is linked to a SQL query. The cursor will hold all the data which is written by the SQL query, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
Now, what we do is similarly, a cursor kind of concept is available in the OF. That is, we call it as Vivo, nothing but view object. It's called view object, which is linked to a database SQL query, Now, what I'll do is, so now, as of now, what all we require? We require AM, we require Vivo, CO, and page. Total 4 components are required to design a OAF page to display the data from database. Okay, and now this is a read-only page. We are not allowing any. We are not trying to design a page for editable purpose. As of now, this is a pure read-only data. Okay, later on we'll discuss about the DML logic. Now what we do is, let's go back to our workspace and all these things. Okay. So now what we do is, either we can use the existing workspace, either we can use the existing AM or we can create a new one. Okay. So, but let us create a new one. Okay. I just want to display, create a new one. Now again, we have to know the package structure, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I'll just say this time, I'll just use xx tcs dot oracle dot apps dot fnd dot server is for the business layer. Similarly, xx tcs oracle apps fnd web UI. Okay. Now I'll copy this package structure. Now I can create a new workspace and project. That I'll ignore as of now. I don't create a new workspace and project as of now. Within the second project itself, I'll just right click on new ADF business component application module. Next, and now mention the package. Okay. Now, yeah, I'll just say xx tcs app module am. Okay, xx tcs app module am. This is my package. This is my am name. Click on next. Nothing to change. Next, finish. Okay. Now, as of now, save it. You should be able to see the xx tcs, this one. Similarly, create. Okay, let us finish the business layer first. What we want to do, we want to display that, we want to create a Vivo, right? In the OF page, we want to display the table data that requires this table. OF table region requires to be linked to a Vivo. the business layer Vivo. It is to be linked to a business layer Vivo. This Vivo should be created based on a database SQL query. This is nothing but a cursor in the OAF page. So now a cursor, what does a cursor require? Cursor requires a SQL query. So in the server package, I'll perform a right click. And here you have an option called new view object. View object. Now click on next. And this package text is fine. Nothing, no problem there. Now I'll just say Vivo header details Vivo. Give a suffix as Vivo. And now here there are 3 types of Vivos we'll create. In our case, it is a read-only page. I'll go with read-only access. Later on, we'll discuss about the remaining types of Vivos. Now click on next. Now mention the SQL query. Copy this one. Always prepare your SQL queries first and then you work on the Vivos. Now click on next. And one more thing is giving an asterisk, giving a star is never a good practice, but I'm just giving it as of now. It is initial page. Always specify which columns you want. Don't mention any other extra columns. Okay, all, or what you can do is mention all column names. Okay. Now click on next, and it is validating the database connection now. Okay. Okay. Next. See, it got all the columns now. Click on next and next. Nothing to change. Next. This step will generate 2 files, vivo impl.java, vivo.xml. Next. Finish. Can you see?
Yeah.
If you just click on Vivo, it will show you Vivo XML, Vivo MPL Java. And now the Vivo cannot directly talk to the page. The Vivo cannot directly talk to the page. It is always through the AM. It is always through the AM only. Vivo will. It is always through the AM only. A page can understand Vivo. That is the reason what we have to do is we have to assign the Vivo to the AM. Okay, it's simple. It's nothing but, let us say, can you open a cursor without creating a anonymous block or without creating a PL/SQL block? No, right? There is no value for cursor without any PL/SQL block. Similarly, Vivo will not have any value without assigning to AM. Now assign the Vivo to the AM. Assign the Vivo to the AM like this. Just open the AM. I'll show you again. Double click on the AM on this briefcase icon. Double click on this one. It shows a list of available packages and select the appropriate Vivo and just simply like this. Okay, and it will assign an instance name. Nothing but you created a cursor will have a cursor variable name. Now this Vivo instance name is nothing but your cursor variable name.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like a variable which is holding all your table data. When the SQL query is executed, this instance name, this particular, what do you mean by instance in the Java? It's nothing but an object or nothing but a runtime variable which can hold the real data. Okay.
Same name. It is the same name as that one, the original name.
Come again.
Instance name is also same name as the name, right?
Instance name generally by default here, if you observe, right, it just assigns, it just suffixes with 1. That's a default behavior. We can still rename it.
Okay.
It is similar to the class name only, but it just assigns -1. I mean suffix 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Now business layer is almost ready. Next thing is we'll create a page. So I will right click on this XXTCS Oracle Apps. You can perform right click anywhere. Just right click here and click on new OA components page. Okay. Now just observe carefully. See here, it is showing us the old package name. This is the mistake, right? Always try to validate the package name whenever you create any new components. Just paste here. Now I'll say Vivo header data page. The page name is Vivo header data page. Okay. Now on the region 1, see here, this is your page name. On the top level, this is again, it shows your page name. Below that, it shows a region 1 and the region style is page layout. The region style is page layout. Any OF page, the top level component in the OF page is always page layout. One more thing, let us say if you're aware of HTML, in the HTML, the top level tag is HTML, then you have a body tag, right? This is how the concept is. This is the top level tag. Similarly, in the OF page, the top level region is page layout region. Okay.
Yep.
Now on this region 1, always rename this one, just a good practice, main region. Set the AM definition. X is XXTCS1. Now window titles, Vivo details region, pivot details title. Okay, it's fine. Pivot details as of now, I'll say pivot details. This is all same. Now, on the main region, perform a right click, set new controller. Observe the package structure properly, and then mention the CO name. PO header data CO. Okay. Now save it. Okay. Now in the page, now what we do is under the main region, perform a right click, click on new region. It will create header region by default. I'll just say PO. I'll just say header region. And then I'll say PO data, something like this. Now just a header region. Header region is just for look and feel. Okay. It is not mandatory to have header region, but to segregate your data properly, like when you have a larger amount of components to be displayed in the page, it is a proper segregation you can consider, like as you said, like canvas, right? Now, so in the header region, on the header region, perform a right click, click on new region using a wizard. Region using a wizard. So what do you mean by using a wizard? When you use a wizard, it creates majority of the things by default. We doesn't need to work hard to create components. Okay, now just use a region using a wizard option for now. Click on next. Now select the AM. Select the AM. So now here, if you observe, it shows the list of vivos which are available in this particular AM. Select the AM, then select the vivo. Click on next. Now which region we want to display in the page? As I told you, we want to display multiple records. To display multiple records in the OF page, the component we have to use the table region. It's called OF table region, but let us see what region name it shows here. In the region style, just select table. Okay, this is a style. The region style is table. Now click on next. It shows all the column names which are available in that vivo. I'll select only few columns. Vivo header ID, segment 1, created by, and remaining are all kind of, like IDs, right? They does not make any sense to be displayed, but as of now, it's okay. Let us display this set of few columns. Click on next. And now here, if you observe, our page is a read-only page. And what is item style? A table will have n number of columns. And what is each particular component will have an ID, it will have a prompt, it will have a style, and it will also have a data type. Okay. Now, ID and prompt is okay, but the style should not be text input. We want to display it as a read only. So select it as styled text. Styled text is nothing but read only text. Okay, that's the difference. Styled text. Next and finish. Okay, and just save it as of now. Now let's run the page. Let's see what it displays now. As of now, we have not written any Java logic so far. What we have done is just a declarative way, like just a next visual way of designing the page we have done so far. Let us see the remaining things now once we run the page. Okay, now what it is doing, this is our page layout text, and this is our header region stuff, and below header region we have the table region. What it is telling, understand here, it says no search conducted. No search conducted means that you have created your cursor, but you never opened it. If you don't open it, why will it display the data? A cursor will not hold the data. Similarly, we have created the vivo, but we have not executed the vivo, because by default it will not execute each and every vivo, because it will waste the memory, right? It's unnecessary wastage of memory. That is the reason it will not execute the vivo by default. We have to explicitly execute the vivo. Now we require a business logic to be written. So these are the columns which was displayed now. Okay, let us go back to the logic now. Now what we have to do is we have to explicitly execute the, yeah.
Yeah, no, CVO, you created the CVO, right? Where did you created CVO? Initially, you created the CVO, right? Not here.
On the main region, always perform a right click, click on set new controller. If you already have a controller, it shows edit controller option. Just click on edit controller, it will open your controller.
Okay.
If the controller is never available, it will not show you the edit controller. If the controller is available, it shows edit controller. If it is not available, you have to click on set new controller.
Okay.
And how do you know whether what is the controller name? Still, you can just click on the top level region and you can observe here, controller class.
Okay.
This is your controller class. This is your aim definition. Okay. Now we need.
You didn't assign the controller class, right? It automatically it is assigned to controller to AM.
Controller will not be assigned to AM. There is no logic. There is no dependency of controller to the AM.
No, here I see controller is there in the properties, main base and properties. Controller is there, AM is there. Both is there, right? In
Yes.
the,
What I'm saying is, controller will not know what is AM, and AM does not know what is a controller.
Okay.
These are independent, right? It will see. Okay. See, I'll just give a high level overview of this one onion layer first. See. This is how the data flows. From the page, it will go to the controller. From the controller, it will go to AM. Then it will go to the Vivo. Then it will go to the database. This is the logic. Now what we have done, we have created AM and Vivo first. Then we created page. Then we created controller. Now page, here if you observe, page is having a dependence on the AM as well as CVO also. Page requires a dependence on CVO and AM.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Data flows from page to the CVO, from the CVO to the AM, then Vivo, then database. Now, what do you require? Like a page requires a controller as well as AM. The basic reason of having controller and AM is required for every OF page. Whether you want to display data or not, you still require AM. The basic reason is it is the main responsibility for assigning the database connection, validation of user, validation of your responsibility, security things, and memory allocation. That is a basic functionality of the AM. Now, why do you require a controller? Controller is required if at all, if you want to display some data, if at all, if you want to execute any business logic. In our case, now I want to execute the Vivo. Obviously, I require a controller. Okay.
Controller will create the civo.java controller, right? Once
Yes.
we create
Yes.
already, but all our logic is going to write in the civo.java.
No, we'll be writing a logic in CVO as well as AM also.
Okay.
Okay. First, I'll go to AM, click on AM, then click on AM IMPL Java here.
Okay.
Now expand this one. If you just double click on this tab, it will expand so that we can write it clearly. Inside this particular AM IMPL class, inside this IMPL class, there are predefined generated methods, predefined set of methods which are already available. We does not need to disturb anything as of now. Just ignore them. Let it be. Should not delete it also. They should be there and ignore it as of now. Now what we want to do is I want to execute the Pivo Vivo. I'll just say Pivo header details init Vivo header details Vivo. So for every Vivo, we always require an initialization Vivo initialization method for the purpose of executing it. We require an initialization method for the purpose of executing a Vivo. What is our Vivo name? Vivo header details Vivo IMPL. This is a class name. What is the object name? Just mention Vivo as object name, and then get the instance of it. Get the instance of it. Whenever we assign the Vivo to the AM, it automatically assign the instance, right? Vivo header details Vivo1. Just write get Vivo. Mention your Vivo name. Vivo instance name. Whenever you assign the Vivo to the AM, it will always generate a getter method. Can you see a get method? This is returning the instance of what it is returning. It is returning the instance of Vivo header details Vivo1.
Yeah.
AM will automatically create an object for a Vivo. It creates the object internally. It creates the object internally. We does not need to create anything. And now we are assigning the object. We are getting the object details and assigning to our this one. Nothing but it will create a object. We are getting the pointer of it, and we are assigning that to our variable called Vivo. Now what we require, we just need to call a method called clear cache, and we require a method called execute query. This execute query is nothing but you're opening your cursor. It's like execution of your query. It's like execution of the query and assigning the result of query data to the Vivo object. That's a concept. Now in the AM we have written this method, but how does a CVO know? How does a page know? Page does not talk to this AM method directly. Only CO can talk. Page will talk to CO, CO will talk to AM. Now what we require is, in the CO, we have two methods, right? Process request as well as process form request. We have two methods, process request as well as process form request. Now, if you remember, whenever the page gets load, during the page load, this is the first method which will be executed by default during page load. And this is process form request is after page load, or during any user event triggering. This is a method which will get executed by default. Now we want to display the data by default when the page loads. I want to display the page data whenever the page gets loaded by default. Now I need to call a method which is available in another class. I want to call a method which is available in another class. The CO will not know what is the AM by default. CO will not know the AM details by default. So what we require, we need to find out what is the AM name. AM name is XXTCS AM IMPL. Mention that, press Alt Enter. This is a class name and this is your object. Now page is having the AM data. Now we should not here, if you remember, if you observe carefully, we are never creating any new object for any of the BC4J components or controller thing or a Vivo. For any, I mean to say, for any BC4J object, we'll never create any object. We always get the difference by using the appropriate properties. Now, whenever the page gets executed, page is assigned an AM, and automatically the runtime engine or the application server creates the object for it. So we just need to get the object of it or a pointer reference of it. So to get that, we just need to call a method called page context.get application module and pass the appropriate this one. Now, so this line number 36, what it will do is, it is getting the instance which is already created by your application server and assigning to the object called AM. Okay, now what is the method name we have to invoke? am.init Vivo header details. That's it. This step will execute the Vivo. Okay, now let's run the page. Now we'll understand the flow. It initially takes a little bit time to understand the concept, but once we design a few set of pages, we'll be getting clarity one by one.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah.
And by default, it will display 10 records, and this next is displayed by default. This previous, this drop down, these are the default functionality of the framework. As a developer, we does not need to write any logic for this one. Okay, this next, this everything just come by default. Okay. Now, let us say, now as of now, like how many columns are there? Like 7 columns are there. Let us say I want to display 3 more extra columns. Assume that like while designing, we forgot to mention some other columns. We forgot. What we can do? Yep, let's go back here. What you can do is click on the table region. If you just expand, it shows a list of columns which are already available in the page, right? Whatever it is available, this will get displayed in the page. Now let us say I want to consider 3 more extra columns. What you can do is right click on the table region, click on edit region. Okay, click on edit region and click on view attributes. Can you see?
Yeah. Okay.
Now you just simply select. Let us say I want to display vendor ID, vendor site ID. Okay, and terms ID. I just want to display 3 more extra columns. And now you can click on region items. And here, if you observe the new components, again they were getting displayed. I mean, the style is as message text input. So better change them to message style text. Click on OK. Now save it. Again, run the page F11. In the next session, we'll try to discuss total onion layer. Okay, but initially, as of now, let's try to understand this in a like independent functionality. Okay. Now, can you see the 3 extra columns?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let us say here, if you observe one more thing, This table region is just occupying only partial portion of the page, which is not really good. I mean, look wise, it is not good. What you can do is, if you just click on the table region, here you can see some properties for this one. Can you see record displayed? You can
Yeah.
just change it to 15. Let us say some clients may require, no, I want to display 15 records at a time or 50 records at a time, that you can take care of the action. Now here, one more option is width. Okay, 1 minute. It just got disturbed. 1 minute. Width. Where is the width? And here, if you see, it shows some property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it is not coming up. Okay, yeah. Indicates the width in pixels. Okay, indicates the width in pixels or as a percentage. Okay, I'll just say 95%. Okay, there are some other extra properties, you know, later on we can understand. Let us say record history, you can mention it as true. Okay, let's run it now. Okay, can you see now it occupied 95% of the page, right?
Yeah.
It looks a little bit good, isn't it?
Yeah. Right.
And now this is a detachment, right? If you just click on this, right, detach table, it just comes out like this. This detachment is available only in the 12.2, not in the 12.13.
Okay.
And can you see record history? Record history. We enable record history property, right? That's why it's showing this one. Record history generally like it's like who columns. You know,
Yeah.
we are getting exception, but maybe once you deploy the page, it will work fine. Okay. So this is how we can like we'll work with generally like with the what do you call Vivo. Now let me show you one more important thing I want to show you. My projects, okay, and now XXTCS, Oracle Apps, FND, WebView. Just observe the WebView first. Now this pg.xml, right? Select this one, open with Notepad++. Now just observe this carefully. What is the first component we observe? First is XML, and here you observe page, okay, and after page, what it says, OA colon page layout, OA colon page layout. At the page layout level, you'll have the AM definition name, you'll have window title, you'll have the controller. Just observe everything. You'll have everything here. Let me water wrap also. Can you see these are the important properties which we set on the page layout level.
Okay.
Page layout ID, and here if you observe one more thing, it just displayed what we have changed. Remaining things it will not come here.
Okay. What are the properties we set? Only.
Yeah, those mostly only those will come here. Okay, and how do you know what is a kind of a component? Just OA colon whatever it is there, that is a component style. It can be a region or it can be an item. If it's a region, what is the region name? Region style. And similarly, if it is an item, what is item style? See here. Now for table, it is OA colon table. For the message text input, OA colon message text input, like this. Okay. This will get converted into HTML page at runtime. That is the functionality of the OA framework. This XML page will be converted into HTML page at runtime. That is taken care by this one. There is a page called OA.jsp. This OA.jsp considers your pg.xml and it converts into HTML page at runtime. Okay, that will get into some internal details like later on once we discuss more deeper set of things. Okay.
Yeah.
For now, shall we wind up, or you want to?
Yeah. Sure, we'll wind up. Can you please know that the link bit? No, first you created the controller class. Can you just review this one? First you created the controller class, right? You attached that you mentioned the code into that Vivo, right? Here, first you created the controller class from here.
Yeah, this is a control class, correct?
controller class, then you assign it to this one. You said right, Vivo is automatically once this object automatically creates the application module, right? Something you said.
Yeah, I'll come see. First of all, talk about the business component. So in the business layer, what all we have created? We created AM and we created Vivo.
Yeah.
When we created AM, we know like AM is always a parent. It does not have any dependency on any other thing. We created AM, then we created the Vivo. Vivo should be assigned to the AM. Vivo should be assigned to the AM. How do you assign it? Just click on this briefcase icon, and here you select the Vivo and assign the Vivo to the AM. So then this Vivo will have an instance variable. Vivo will have an instance variable. Okay. Now, if you observe in the AM IMPL Java, there will be a getter method which will be created by default by the AM whenever you assign the Vivo.
Okay.
A get method followed by your Vivo instance name. Get prefix followed by your particular Vivo instance name will be generated by default. Can you see containers getter for Vivo header details Vivo? It will be generated by default. This using this method only we have to play around with the Vivo. Using this method only we have to play around with the Vivo.
Okay.
Next is coming to the controller. In the controller, what we have done now, I need to call the AM. A controller will not have any information about the AM. Only thing is only object level to object level speaking only. Only thing is like it will communicate via objects only, via classes or object. There is no other way communication, right? So now I need to call a method which is available in another AM. I mean, I need to call a method which is available in another class. So how do I do? I need to simply, if it is a Java concept, what you do? Simply create a class, create an object, call that method. But now in our case, we should not create an object. We should not create any new instance of your AM method. We have to get the existing AM instance which is generated by default by your application server. That is the reason what we have done. We have written page context.get application module. So the controller is assigned to the page. What are the page details which are there will be understood by the CO. The CO will have two variables called page context and a web bean. Page context will have all the information of the user as well as the page details. User like a user ID, responsibility ID, and application details. Many other details will be available in the page context object. We are using a page context object. There is a method called get application module. This get application module will return you the instance ID which is created by your application server.
Okay.
Who creates a instance of your application module means like the application server, nothing but the embedded OC4J runtime will create the instance of your application module. We are getting the pointer of that particular application module, and using that pointer we are assigned to the AM object. In using AM object, we know that we can call any method which is available in another class. We are using a concept called object.method name, and then this will get invoked. Which method? This will get invoked. And we have followed a similar concept again. Get the instance of the Vivo, and in the Vivo we have a method called execute query, which executes a query which is available in the Vivo.
Okay.
Once the Vivo is populated with the data, automatically the page will also get populated with the data, because the table region we have assigned the Vivo. The table region, if you observe carefully, what we have done here for the table region, each item, if you observe carefully, it will have the Vivo instance as well as Vivo attribute.
Okay.
This is how they communicate.
Okay. It is linked to that.
Yes, this is how interlinked.
Okay.
Once we design a couple of pages with this concept, right, we'll get much clarity, but it will take time. It will definitely take time.
Yeah, first first I will practice this one, then
Yes,
tomorrow.
yes.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, thank you.
Okay.